Welcome everyone to another buyer's review. Today we look at the Mercedes-Benz GL class. Today we will review the first generation GL class that was built between 2006 and 2012. This was Mercedes' full-size luxury SUV, mainly popular in the United States and Asia. It was the biggest SUV Mercedes had at the time. The assembly took place in Alabama. Good thing to notice is that the paint job and the rust protection are good on these cars. Mercedes came back from the decision to use paint on a water basis around this time. I would say from the model year 2008 for all Mercedes cars this was much of an improvement. Now let's focus on the X164, which was the internal code for this car. Overall the build quality for these cars are good. Early production models have various problems, mostly electronic issues. Most commonly known are the door locks, the tailgate lock and the tailgate mechanism itself. There are also some issues with the steering rack, power steering and oil leaks from the hydraulic pump. Smaller issues are for instance sluggish multimedia systems and the batteries that drain faster than you expect. If your car has a sunroof, then there's a chance that water might leak into the interior, so make sure that you check the seals and look for wet spots on the upholstery. This being a heavy car with many powerful engines, the suspension has quite a hard life. As this being a Mercedes, it can be equipped with air ride. When it works, it's a beautiful system, but air ride tends to be not very reliable over time. The shocks can leak oil, the compressor can break and some level sensors can fail on you. If you want to completely remove this problem, replace all shocks by normal springs. Just notice that this will change the driving dynamics of the car, so do some research on the firmness and the comfort of the various brands of springs. Normal maintenance and spare parts tend to be quite expensive. I'm sure Mercedes Europe has some spare parts laying around, but it might take a while to get the part you need since production took place in the United States. Interested in buying the GL, do a pre-buyer's inspection and avoid the early production models. They tend to be less reliable than the later models. There was a facelift in 2009. I would recommend you go for a 2009 up to 2012 model. The two V8 petrol engines are overall reliable with a long track record. Issues with the petrol model are the usual issues you might face with any petrol engine, like for instance oil leaks, coolant leaks, worn out spark plugs, defective engine coils, worn out timing chains, especially in the early production models. And since these cars are full of sensors, the sensor itself can become defective and this will light up your dashboard like a Christmas tree. The diesels consist out of regular CDI diesels with the addition of the BlueTech diesels that came after the facelift of 2009. In the base is very reliable technology. Mercedes and diesel is quite a good marriage. But there are also some common problems that you will find on the diesels, like for instance oil leaks around the turbo, injector contamination problems, and this is a common problem on the CDI, coolant leaks, contaminated EGR valves, trouble with the glow sparks to ignite the diesel, and trouble with the DPF filter to reduce emissions. Mercedes recommends you change the oil frequently, between 10 and 15,000 kilometers. And again, I said it before, early production models can suffer from worn timing chains. If you hear a rattle at the cold start, then you should make an appointment at the garage as soon as possible. The same as a VW. These chains, if they break, it will destroy your whole engine. Hopefully this buyer's review is useful, and if so, subscribe to my channel to stay updated with the latest car buying reviews. Thanks for watching.